Okay, so I got two movies up, and I'm gonna start with the movie I first watched. This movie, I would watch with my cousins, and we were looking through Netflix, and this was just one of those movies where it looks scary, so we'll just watch it. And the movie is called 8213 Gacy's House, and the movie's based on the real life killer, the guy who killed like over 30 boys. And this story, like up until the point where he died, is fictional because um it's about like them at his house and them doing this paranormal. It's like ghost hunters, where they're doing a paranormal investigation on Gacy's house, and this is cashing in on the whole POV camera craze that it was started by Blair Witch, but Paranormal Activity really made it popular, and you can really tell that they're like really copying. I mean, like for one, it's Asylum Films and two, it's shot on shaky cam. Like, there's always a guy behind the camera. Uh, there's not much to talk about this movie. It's really derivative of Paranormal Activity, where they would have like shots of like an empty room where nothing is happening, and you'd expect something to happen, but it's still normal because the ghost is waiting. What separates this from Paranormal Activity is everyone remembers how the beginning of those movies, those are like, it was really boring. This movie, the whole movie, is that intro, is the beginning of Paranormal Activity. Nothing happens throughout this whole movie until near the end. Like, there's a cheap scare in the beginning, but literally nothing happens. Like, I remember one girl, like, died in the middle, but for the most part, nothing really scary. This whole movie was so boring. I actually fell asleep in the middle of the movie. I had to be waken up by my cousins. It it was a waste of my time though. It was like most of the time they were just. This was the movie. They go to a room. Oh, there's some activity in here. Not. They look around. It's hella dark. Then nothing happens. Then we're back. Then we get some footage of like cameras set around the house, and that's about it. I mean, um, what's I mean, it's really bad when like you're more scared of the characters than you are of the ghost, because the characters are kind of creepy. Because there was a weird like a voodoo witch with them or something. There was a couple willing to do it in the house. I mean, uh, you were just like more emotionally vested in the characters than you were with like their surroundings, which I don't think is the right is was the right direction. The movie picks up near the end though. I mean, like, if you manage to make it past the whole boring, boring, mo meat of the movie. I mean, even if you make you I'd be surprised if you made it past the cheap effects too, because like there I the scares in the movie are pretty cheap, and I remember that they actually tried to show the ghost once, but it was just like this dark thing moving through the camera. If you manage to make it past that, you get to a really funny climax. It was so hilarious. I mean, like, um, basically, remember the scene in Paranormal Activity 2 where everything just went nuts? That was that ending, but on drugs. I mean, like, this, you can barely tell what's going on, and but what happens is one of the girls, like, their whole shirt gets like ripped off, and then like a dude gets lifted high up in the sky. He gets lifted up and he gets pantsed by the ghost. I know that's bad and all because of Gacy's reputation, but he gets pantsed and gets perceived to get dragged. And there's a camera awkwardly placed where it shows the dude getting dragged through the hallway, like with no pants on. I mean, it was unintentionally funny. And another moment was there was a dude setting up a camera in a hallway, and the ghost like, you know how like runs into him like a football player. He gets knocked back hilariously, and Another funny part was near them after the dude got pants. Another guy chases after him, and he gets like, there's like a door. It's like, we're coming to get you, and then he gets an axe out of nowhere and starts like hitting the door, and then the dude like sucks the ghost sucks him through the door. I mean, this movie was so unexpectedly hilarious. I mean, like, I just suggest watching near the end because the whole movie was pretty bad until the ending. So that's all I have to say. Watch the ending to this movie. Don't watch the opening because you're not missing much actually. You're not. Nothing really happens in the beginning. I mean, nothing happens in the middle and in the beginning. Just watch the ending. It's hilarious.